Hey guys, it's Agerian 7. I'm bringing you another commentary for Call of Starcraft here. This video will be me playing as the Blue Protoss against my opponent, Bazbrishkel. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hopefully I did it okay. And we are playing on Metalopolis, one of my favorite maps because it's so big. But yeah, you're wondering, why are you 5 minutes into the video? What is going on? Well, this is a replay of me losing. And I don't think many commentators show videos of themselves losing. And what I'm going to be doing is analyzing my replay to see what I did wrong. This is a Platinum 1v1 match, so this is legit. This isn't some, like, you know, custom game. This is on ladder, so we'll see all the mistakes I'm making. So, first thing we want to check is our income. So I'm at 28 harvesters, very good amount, very saturated. While my opponent is at 25. And let's just check my my building composition right now. I have 3 gates with the cybernetics, with both gases taken, and my opponent is getting 3 gates and has 1 core. But he's getting this Twilight Council here, getting Zealot charge. That's gonna come into play later. So watching all this, seeing okay, my economy's good. But I'm lacking something, and that I'm lacking 2 things. I'm lacking tech. So I build my robotics facility. I like going 3-gate robo, and building my pylons here. So one thing I noticed is my pylons are in like little funky positions. They're not behind the gates, you know, and they're kind of in the open. But they do kind of give me some space to work with. But so I'm thinking, where could I put these pylons in a better position? So this would be a good position right here. Let me scroll down here. Right here, because I can see a little bit of this area here. See, I choose this position instead, which is fine too, but this is a pretty alright position. Actually, here would be best, because you get to see more of the road. And yeah, so I could have some better pylon placement. So I'm looking at things I did wrong in this video, or in this replay, and, you know, finding a way to improve on it. So I'm checking my resources right now. So at 300 minerals and 160 gas, that's fine. I could produce or make another warp gate, but no, I choose to make 2 zealots, which is fine. Keeping my money pretty okay. And let's check the unit compositions here for our armies. I have a majority of stalkers, very stalker-heavy army with like 4 zealots put in there, whereas my opponent has 5 zealots and a bunch of stalkers, like 5 stalkers there. No, that's 6. And yeah, and he has a robotics facility just like I do, but he's making an immortal. Now his immortal will totally counter my stalkers because, well, immortals like to kill mech units. So they are very powerful against my stalkers. So are these zealots. If these zealots get pretty close to my stalkers, I could be in a lot of trouble. So I already scouted his army. I know he has a lot of zealots actually. He has like 7 zealots right now. And this immortal too. So this really counters my army because it's very stalker heavy. I only have 1 stalker in this mix, which is not that great. And these zealots also have charge because he did get this Twilight Council. He's also made a forge. So with this charge, he can get up close and personal with my stalkers. My stalkers can just die because they're trying to target fire these zealots, while these stalkers in back are just taking out my units. It's not good. I should be making a whole bunch more zealots. But looking back at my resources, I have about 600 minerals, 342 gas, and usually when I see those kind of numbers, I like to make more stalkers. Very bad decision on my part because these zealots and immortals, which he is, yeah, there's an immortal right there, can hard counter my army, which is very bad, even though I am more mobile than him. But this charge is just bad for me. But I take an expansion while I'm in battle, which I like to do when I attack or when I'm aggressive. I like to expand. But it seems like he'll just be retreating here, doesn't know what I have, but the phone is ringing, so I'm going to pause. Man, don't you just love getting interrupted there? Oops, sorry. So I don't know what I was talking about. Sorry, I was on the phone there for a little bit. But, yeah, and I was recording too. Shit, so I'm going to have to edit. My bad. Okay, so, yeah, he's pretty much got the army advantage because of these zealots and these immortals, whereas I have, ooh, gosh, just moved my screen because I'm playing in minimized mode, or a windowed mode right now in Starcraft, and I just like threw it away. Interruptions. Okay, but I am fully saturating this main pretty or a lot, I mean. So what I'm gonna do, I usually do this, a lot of pro players do this too, they transport a whole bunch of their probes or SCVs or whatnot into their expansion, because this is going to be oversaturated. There's no point. They're just going to be lying around not doing anything. And yeah, there you go. And here's the huge problem. All these stalkers. Not a good idea at all. This is very bad for me. Because, look, he's just going to continue to get immortals and zealots. That's what he wants me to do. And if I keep doing that, I'm going to be constantly losing battles. So he's got his expansion too. I've got mine expansion. So we're kind of even on our macro. Let's check the income actually. Yeah, I'm actually, oh wow, I'm 9 harvesters ahead of him right now, which gives me the huge macro, you know, advantage if I can macro it correctly. But the problem with macro is, sure, you can make a ton of units, but if his units counter yours, you're not going to win at all. So here we go. There's just a small battle going on here. Well, we call it small. But look at this bad positioning right there with my immortal. Yeah, he just crab walks, and just crab walks again, doing no damage at all. It only gets like 1 or 2 kills in this battle. Bad for me, but yeah, but now it's basically down to stalkers and immortals. I've got more immortals, but I also have the ability to warp in. But look, I have 1,200 minerals. I should be putting down more gateways, more pylons, everything, because I have the minerals to do so. I can also make a ton of zealots. I can out macro him pretty easily right now. Looking at the harvesters, he's slowly catching up, but I have such a huge like advantage over him right now, getting these 2 gases. Now I'm finally, you know, getting it through my head that I needed to make 2 gateways, so I can. Oh gosh, Jesus. Oh man, I just like rewinded it the whole way there. Okay, but sorry. I know you notice these small things that you could have done right. They could have helped you win this battle, and by integrating this into your play and, you know, remembering to make warp gates and remembering to spend your minerals, you'll be perfectly fine. I think after watching this video or this replay like 10 times, I've become a better Protoss player, and if I ever play a PvP, I should be able to do way better than I do. I'm aiming to go into Diamond soon, so I need to watch my replays and make sure I'm going, you know, perfect and doing what I need to do. And I don't know why I destroyed that statue. But now I'm making more zealots, which is a good idea. But I'm not making more immortals. But I can afford to. I have more than enough minerals to make a huge zealot army. But this is another thing I'm behind on, is that he gets 1/1 upgrades, 1 attack, 1 defense for his ground units. And he warps in these 3 gateways, so he has 7 gateways to support himself. And also he's grabbing that expansion up at the top. I'm also going to be grabbing this expansion down here too, so we're going to be pretty even on the harvester count. Well, actually, he's 46 harvesters, I'm 50 harvesters. So I'm doing better in resources than him, but my ability, or my, you know, bad unit composition is pretty much costing me this game. And I know it, so now I know not to do what I've been doing all this time. So this is fine right there. This expansion is going pretty well. I'm gonna have to saturate this one. Let's see what else I can improve on. Yeah, I have the minerals. I have 1,500 minerals. I'm not even following my own tips I give you guys. That is so embarrassing. I put down another gateway though. That's sort of redeems my honor. I should be making 2 forges, getting 1/1 upgrades at the same time, which is a good idea. It's not that much gas, only 100 gas per upgrade, I think. Unless it's the shield, which is 200, I believe. So I could just get those upgrades. It's cheap, and I can do it. I can just get the 1/1 upgrades for my zealots and just completely, you know, take out his immortals. I don't even need to go stalker heavy at all. Honestly, I can scout his army. He's not doing any funny business except this Templar archives, which could be a problem if he gets High Templar, or if he puts those 2 High Templar together and makes Archons. But if he goes into High Templar tech, then he's going to waste a lot of time teching up. But this expansion is not being saturated, whereas this one is. See, the economic advantage, I'm not joking, is mine right now. I could have went for this gold. I should have went for the gold because I could just defend it with this 1 choke here. Honestly, if I can control this tower and control with this choke, I'll be able to see if he's moving units through here, which is the most logical place if he tries to go around, but I don't think so. So I can hold down this choke, which can hold down this, and pretty much hold down this too if I wanted to, as long as he doesn't attack here. I could just keep a probe there, scouting, which is not a big problem. So now I'm noticing, hey, I could have numerous map control, or a lot of map control, if I do these little changes. You know, if I just put a probe there, make sure, and I make sure he'll never catch he'll never catch me. And I think my video just froze. Yes, I'm gonna have to redo that. It's at 16. Actually, 1849. My bad. Okay, this is like the 5th time remaking this video, and I will get it done no matter what. Alright, so I was talking about holding off this little part, this little choke here, and you should be able to defend a whole bunch of your expansions. So now looking, he's gone very heavy well, not very heavy Archon, he's gone very heavy Zealot and 4 Archons, and he has such a diverse army, and mine, I don't think I'm gonna win this battle at all. Doesn't look very good to me. So, yeah, he's made so many gateways, just made so many extra ones. Checking the income again. I'm ahead in our harvesters, so if I just macroed better, made better unit, or had a better unit composition, I could have won this battle. So here we go. Battle goes down, and some good force fields out front, and pure force fields, so not letting these zealots come out at all. But these Archons just do such immense amounts of damage. This is not going to be a good battle for me. These Immortals can snipe my Stalkers from behind with these zealots just creeping up. So, yeah, not a good position for me, and this army is definitely going to go down. And, oof, I was going to move there for a second. Yeah, so I tried to make some crappy Void Ray harass here, and because of my extra minerals, I had a ton of resources, 2,000 minerals, like, that's just disgusting, makes me feel disgusting. That's just horrible, and I try and do it, try and charge up on his Nexus, but that doesn't work at all. So that was a very horrible tech switch for me, and he's just walking into my base right now, and he's going to take down this Nexus, and a minute from now, I'm going to GG. So, by looking at your replays, you can see what you could have done differently, and help you become a better StarCraft 2 player, honestly, because I learned so much from this build, or from this game, like making gateways at the right time, spending my minerals in the right places, making expansions in the right places, defending in the right places, and just making good unit compositions, and make sure I scout. The 5 major things you want going through your head is: 1, am I making probes? 2, am I making army units? 3, am I making unit production buildings? 4, am I expanding? And then 5, am I scouting? You gotta follow those 4 things, and you will win a lot of games. You'll probably get into platinum for sure if you just follow that thing. You'll advance from bronze into silver as long as you can remember those 5 little things. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Call of Starcraft, and I hope you enjoyed this. Alright, guys. Thanks.